Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Josh. Welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today I'm here with a basic tutorial on how to get started with Applied Energistics 2, which is the most recent version of Applied Energistics. Now, you guys may have seen my old basic ME system, or basic ME chest, whatever you want to call the last video, and that actually is now all negated. You can't follow that. You need to use this new version of the mod for future versions of Minecraft. So, I am going to talk about how to get started with the mod and build yourself your most basic ME system. So first things first, there are now two types of Certus quartz in your world. You got basic Certus quartz, which is this right here. It is Certus quartz. I actually got one from that, but you can get 1 to 3. And you also got yourself charged Certus quartz. Once again, you can get 1 to 3 Certus quartz. What you need to do is use these Certus quartz and actually grind them up from now on. And that is because it doesn't actually drop any dust anymore. So you're going to want to make yourself a grindstone, which is very similar to Applied Energistics 1. Get yourself a wooden gear by taking 4 sticks, and get yourself either Certus quartz dust, nether quartz, or charged Certus quartz, and 3 pieces of stone, 3 of those, and 2 cobblestone to make yourself the quartz grindstone. Now you're also going to want to make yourself the wooden crank. That's made by taking 5 sticks in kind of an upside down L formation. Get your wooden crank, and you're good. Place down your grindstone, and then place your wooden crank directly on top, and you can see we've got something cool right there. Now, to get yourself these different kinds of dusts, you're going to want to place in some regular Certus, and you're going to want to just right-click your crank until, as you guys can see, my Certus has been placed there, until, ready? There we go. And you get yourself some Certus dust. So that's very, very cool, and that's a new way of getting your Certus dust. You can also do it, let's say you have thermal expansion or industrial craft installed. You can do either the macerator or the, what's it called? Grind. I can't think of the thing for, whatever. You can get that the same way by using other mods as long as you can grind it down. So, to move on now, you're going to want to get yourself something special. And this is going to be important for the rest of the mod and from here on out. You can get yourself your basic power, and we'll get into that in just a second, but I think it's important to show you guys this meteorite compass. It's crafted by taking 4 pieces of iron and 1 charged Certus quartz crystal, and you get yourself your meteorite compass. Now you're going to want to follow the meteorite compass to the location that it points you, and you can see it's going to point me directly there, which is nice, and it is going to bring me there. So give me just a second, and I will show you exactly what we're looking for. So they're pretty simple to find, and they come in all different kinds of sizes, and this is what they look like. Now, as soon as you enter the chunk that they are in, your compass is going to start to spin. And it will spin and spin and spin. But you don't always get lucky as to find them on the top or on the top layer. You might have to dig down for some, and that's why it's not quite so accurate to use the compass, but it'll bring you to the general chunk that it's in. Now, this is what the meteorite looks like. There aren't many uses for the meteorite stone itself. You guys can see the uses for that is really just to make a skystone chest or skystone dust or like facades, or making decorative blocks, but that's really the only uses for the sky stone. Now, if we head up here, you're going to want to find yourself the direct center of this, and you're going to want to mine down into it, because this is really important for getting the next version. So right here, you can see we found a chest, and inside, you'll find different kinds of presses. Now, these presses are very important for making different parts of Applied Energistics, and you'll want to get all the different, 4 different presses that are in the game. So, I'll explain the 4 different presses, but typically you'll find 1 to 2 presses in each of these skystone chests, so you're going to want to keep looking for the different kind of presses. So anyway, let's head back to the main area so we can start building our basic ME system. Alright, so we'll talk about the presses in just a moment, but as you can see, there are 4 different kinds of presses: an inscriber calculation press, an inscriber engineering press, an inscriber logic press, and an inscriber silicone press. And they're all very useful, and you're going to need them all to work with Applied Energistics. But anyway, we want to start building our basic ME system. So the two most basic, or I guess three most basic things you're going to want to get are power generation. And the first thing to make is your vibration chamber. This is Applied Energistics 2's way of generating AE into the game. So it's crafted by taking 7 pieces of iron ingots, 1 energy acceptor, and 1 furnace. Now the energy acceptor is a pretty common material for taking items or power from different mods and converting it to Applied Energistics power. So let's say you have RF created by thermal expansion and you want to use that for your ME system. You're going to want to send it through an energy acceptor and then through Fluix ME cables, you know what I mean, into your system. So to make yourself this energy acceptor, you're going to want to grab yourself some quartz dust, which is made by either taking 5 Certus quartz dust or nether quartz dust and combining it with 4 pieces of redstone. Now you're also going to want to get yourself a Fluix crystal. There are 2 different kinds of pure Fluix crystal or Fluix crystal. For the purpose of this, we're only going to be talking about the most basic, which is the Fluix crystal. So to make that, it's a little bit different than going into your last version of Applied Energistics, as you're going to want to grab yourself a single charged Certus, a single nether quartz dust, oops, there we go, and a single piece of redstone. Now you're going to want to head over to some sort of water pool, throw them all into the same water, and you can see right there, whoops, get it all in there. I think I have, yes, I have magnet mode on. I was wondering why that was coming up, so we'll go boom, 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 and you can see there's a little lightning that goes through, and in a couple seconds, it is going to transform itself into a Fluix crystal. Let's see. Come on. And Fluix crystals I trust. Hold on, guys. Alright, after a few minutes of waiting, you're going to get yourself some Fluix crystals. Now, like I said, they're very, very needed to get yourself this vibration chamber and to get yourself this energy acceptor. So create yourself the energy acceptor, make your vibration chamber, and place it down right here. And as you can see, it is going to use fuel. It can take any kind of solid fuel, and that, for our purpose, is going to take coal. Now, I also am going to need to use a ME glass cable or Fluix version, and then we're also going to want an energy cell. So the Fluix version, or the ME glass cable, is made by taking a quartz fiber, which is either Certus quartz or nether quartz, and 6 pieces of glass make your quartz fiber, and then combine it with 2 Fluix crystals or 2 pure Fluix crystals. It doesn't matter, but Fluix crystals are easier to make. So combine that there, or take a ME Fluix, and you can also, for some reason, wash it off and get that, which is kind of weird, but place it down, and then we're going to also want our energy cell, which is made by taking Fluix dust, grinding up a Fluix crystal, and either charged Certus, pure Certus, or Certus, or charged Certus, like I said, and so either 4 of those and 1 quartz glass to make yourself your energy cell. Place that down right there, then place your fuel into the vibration chamber, and it is going to start cooking up the fuel, and you can see it's making 7, 8, 9, 10 AE a tick at its best, filling up this guy, and we can start getting some power. And it changes colors as more power gets placed into it. Very, very cool. So the next thing we're going to want is to actually get ourselves some more of these guys. So let's see. Hit O here. We need Fluix cabling. Boom. All right. And we are going to want to make ourselves either a ME drive or an ME chest. Now, the most basic is the ME chest, and that's crafted by taking an ME terminal, a Fluix crystal, 2 Fluix cables, 2 pieces of glass, and 2 iron. Now, you guys know how to make the Fluix cable and the Fluix crystal. The ME terminal, that's a little bit different. So you're going to want to get yourself this logic press. And this is where the inscribers come in. You're going to want to make it by taking, presses come in, and you're going to want to make it by simply taking your presses. So let's grab our 4 presses here. And you're going to want to grab yourself an inscriber. Now, place your inscriber into your power source. You can hook it up just by touching that. It's going to get power. And the first and most basic thing you're going to want to make is grab a logic press. And you're going to want to grab some gold for this. So we're going to grab some gold. Let's grab a stack of that. That should be fine. And place that right there. You can see this guy is going to pop up with your percentage, and it is going to tell you, hey, you got your printed logic circuit. Nice. So the next thing you're going to want to grab is some of your silicone. Silicone's recipe is the same as before. Smelting down some Certus quartz or nether quartz will get you some silicone. But the silicone now needs to be pressed as well. So grab your silicone press, which should be right here, and place it in here. And you can see that's going to go up with its percentage. And we should be good. Right there becomes our pressed silicone. Now we need to grab ourselves as well some redstone. And this is where the cool stuff comes in. If you grab your printed silicone, place it at the bottom, your printed logic circuit, place it on the top, and a piece of redstone in the middle, the stuff's going to combine, and it is going to make you a logic processor. Very, very cool. So what we're going to want to do with this logic processor is make ourselves our ME terminal, which is a illuminated or dark illuminated panel, a formation core, and an annihilation core, I believe that's how it's said. So the annihilation core is made by taking a logic press, a Fluix dust, and a nether quartz. And you get 2 of those. Now you're going to want to make yourself your formation core, which is a logic press, a Fluix dust, and a Certus or charged Certus crystal. And then your illuminated panel, which is made by taking 2 glowstone, 1 redstone, 1 iron, and 3 quartz glass, gets you 3 illuminated panels. Place them all together, you get yourself your ME terminal, and then place that together with your other thing to get yourself your ME chest. So an ME chest can be placed into your circuit like so, and that's now got power. Now the issue is, we don't have a cell in it. So how do we make a cell? Well, you got your same options of your ME storage cells as before. You got a 1K, 4K, 16K, or 64K. Each one has 63 types, but it all depends on how many bits or how much amount of that item can be stored in it. Most basic, the 1K. That's crafted by taking an ME or a 1K ME storage component, 2 quartz glass, 3 redstone, and 3 iron. And your storage component is made by taking either charged, pure, or regular Certus, and 4 of those, a logic processor, 4 redstone, make it there, get yourself a 1K. Now you guys can look up the other recipes for the regular ones. They're not too difficult, they just of course are going to require more materials. So click down here in the lower part, not the top, to place in your 1K storage cell. And now you have access into your ME chest, and we can start placing items in here. Very, very cool, right? Well, that's your most basic ME system, but I'm sure you guys are going to want to say, hey, Josh, that is useless because you only can store 1 at a time, and that's going to require a lot more work from me. And you are correct with that. And to continue on, and just to make it a little bit more complex and still pretty basic, make yourself an ME drive. Now, the ME drive are going to need engineering processors, and those are made by taking a diamond instead of gold and combining it with your printed silicone and your redstone to get your engineering press. And then at that point, it is simply made by taking 2 Fluix and stuff, and you're going to want to place it into your system as well. And we're going to place that, let's see, do I have my, let's grab this cabling there. And we're going to place it, I'm just going to extend that out there like that. Place it right there. And we can actually grab our cell from there and place it into there. But hey, how do we access that? And that's where you're going to need your storage or your crafting your ME terminal. What am I saying? And that's just this way here. So the ME terminal now can actually be placed and is now a flush block rather than being a full block. So build up a little area and just right click there, and your terminal looks like this, and you have access into your items. Now you only can have a certain amount of storage or a certain amount of things in your system before you're going to have to upgrade it. So stay very minimalistic and you'll be fine, but this is how you basically set up an ME system. Now one other thing I want to add in here is if you guys are having trouble finding charged Certus, you can make yourself a charger, which is crafted by taking 2 Fluix crystals and 5 iron. Place that and give that a little bit of power, and grab yourself just some regular Certus. Let's see, where's my regular Certus? That's charged. Certus. Okay. And head over here and place it just right there. And it is going to begin to charge it. And let's see. Whoops, it takes a couple seconds. And it actually needs to be somehow hooked up into this. There we go. Now it's going to begin to charge it. And you should be, after a couple seconds, it'll transform the way that it... Orientation, I think? There we go. The look. And you get yourself a charged Certus crystal. But anyway, guys, this is how you make a basic ME system. It's not too complex. It just takes a little bit more work than before. But I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, could you please leave a rating? Let me know how I did. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.